Welcome back to Suladan Plays the Talos Principle. Last time we finished World 5. Well, B5, because this is World B and it's level 5. But in any case, well, good gracious game, what are you doing? There's a 16 megabyte memory pool on an 8... I have lots of RAM, you should not be having problems. The game, I think it's actively loading in the background after the game has already started, and it just calls us twitchy. Twitchy, twitchy, twitchy. Into World 6 we go.
When you overcome one of my trials, do you not feel the pleasure of having discovered the proper order of things? That is the spark of Elohim within you, to create order from chaos. And therein is revealed the true meaning of our sigils.
Still not 100% sure how I feel about you using that name, sir. But I am more distracted by this bucket of paint. Can I vandalize the terminal? Darn it. I want to paint the terminal. Why can I not paint the terminal? Or the floor? I'm going to paint this wall. Oh dear. Is there any... These seem to be the same ones every time. I'm just going to go with that one. And let's check the QR codes. I'm a computer program, you're a computer program, he's a computer program, get over it! Eisenstein. Seek words to describe it, but fail. It is the overwhelming feeling that that something on the edge of my understanding is very, very wrong. I feel that I am not meant for this world, but I am not able to conceptualize alternatives. Lots of staticky sounds. What? Not another one of that. Can we find a new book to read from? But why, the dying man said, do the gods put all these challenges before us? Why the walls of iron and the gates of light? Why the abominable demons guarding the path? Why must our heart be judged to be as light as a feather of mat? Please tell me that the feather of mat is not a thing. Is there an Egyptian myth of a divine feather I need to know about? Okay, why is the road so difficult? The scribe considered these words. Some say that once the paths to Aru were open, but too many sinners came and the gods made the paths perilous to keep sin at bay. Others say that being mortals, we cannot be worthy of Aru unless we walk the path of Osiris and so become Osiris ourselves. Sounds like he's got an identity crisis coming. But I believe that Aru could never be reached elsewise, for like the mountain path must be steep, the path to Aru must be fraught with peril. The steepness and mountain are one, so are peril and paradise. They are inextricable, they create each other. There is an interesting parallel to this phrase in the penitential psalms, where here the scribe appears to be speaking of Osiris, meaning the soul of the deceased, not the god himself. And then a whole thing of static. By static, I mean gibberish. Gibberish. From Aurora Calvinian mailing list. This is extremely worrying. If the link doesn't work, then the whole project will lead to nothing. The hardware team must recheck everything ASAP. Guys, stop panicking. Look at your code again. In fact, look at line 217 in datatransfer.c. What are those two symbols just before the code? // That's right, the code that actually initiates the transfer wasn't even running. I'm guessing you were testing something yesterday and forgot to decommentify it. I'm sorry, I'm a programmer and I have not heard the word decommentify before. Just uncomment, decomment, take away the comment markers. I've not heard decommentify. The hardware isn't broken, your brains are. But yes, typically in code, or at least most of the languages I'm familiar with, putting 2 slashes means everything that follows on that line is a comment, which means that it's there for the sake of the programmer and that the computer will ignore it. / this is a comment. Generally you put markers and stuff throughout the code so that the next person, or if you look at the code later, you can remember just what this piece of code is doing, because sometimes it can be hard to tell just by looking at it. But for debug reasons, you'll often comment and uncomment bits of code when you're testing certain pieces, and if you forget to uncomment something, it can lead to hilarious time sinks. Like that time I spent a whole weekend once trying to figure out the problem in my code. It turned out that somewhere I had turned a decimal number into a plain number, and I was losing some accuracy there, and it was creating very hilarious and unpredictable errors. well, I guess it was predictable in some way, but I spent a whole weekend finding that one spot where I declared it as an integer instead of as a decimal. The whole assembly stood a while silent and collected. "Let us return," said Rasselas, "from the scene of mortality. How gloomy would these mansions of the dead be to him who did not know that he should never die, that what now acts shall continue its agency, and what now thinks shall think forever." Error 556. Oh, homage to you. Oh, good gracious, I'm not reading that. His name is blah 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 blah. Those that lie here stretched before us, the wise and powerful in ancient times, warn us to remember the shortness of our present state. They were perhaps snatched away while they were busy, like us in the choice of life. They were just snatched away while they were busy. That's funny. Anyway, let us roll forward. This appears to be a short puzzle, with lots of QR codes. What's more pathetic, the shadow construct of world this idiot's playground, and that I continue to solve its contrivances for lack of better sport. There's more to it. Look at what we're doing. We're solving problems, being tested, improving ourselves. Some of us fall early and get replaced. But you and me, we're still going. We're close to the end. Sheep and dog. Where is sheepdog? Okay, Egyptian arcade. Well, that's a worrying name. There was no stars in this place either, so I don't know. Hello, Bob. Blue jammer. Okay, so there's 2 bombs there. There's that bomb I can bring through, so I'm gonna see what's... Well, without it. Hello! There was no getting out of that one, boys and girls and what have yous. Well, if I synchronize these, then I could just go get the jammer. Now, if it only didn't take so long! Pull up his hand, type go into sleep mode for 5 seconds, and just fast forward. There we go. Just occurred to me there's a flaw in this plan. There's a big flaw in this plan. Yeah, I see exactly what I need to do now. It's not that there's a path down there. It's that specifically I need both of them jammed. There we go. It occurs to me that this jammer is in the wrong spot. I need to get him out of there. Can you scoot? There's too many things going on. Move. Move. Thank you. I have to pay attention to you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was worried about happening. Oh, it actually blocks the other jammer. That's nice. That's neat. You stay put. Huh, wait, I can block them both out here with only one jammer. Yes, beep, 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 beep. Oh, darn, I do that. Yeah, I still need one jammer. No, I still need 2 jammers. This got complicated. This got very complicated very quick. You're trapped out here. Did you move him? Oh dear goodness, you move him a little bit every time. I just need to move. Now, I come here and do that. No, but I need... I see exactly what I need to do. Mr. Pinball, you have annoyed me. You have offended my sensibilities this time. Ah, now I have the keys. No. Now I'm gonna lock you both back inside of there just to get you out of my hair. Nope. I don't trust you. I don't trust none of you explody-doos. I'm gonna read this. This whole world is a desert. Even the parts that look alive are just more sand. Everything is dead or dying. Anyone that tells you different is lying. That rhymes. Is that an unintentional rhyme? There are more than 2 guns, but this one has a lever. So if I deactivate those and walk under it, it cannot see me. Yaha! Well, apparently that's that. Yellow. Wait, I need that one, yes. Crisscross conundrum, oh dear. Oh dear. The name of this level brings me such worry. But I have a connector, so I don't care. I have 1 connector. Oh dear. I'm just gonna put you there until I find some more stuff to do with. Okay, so I got another red one over here I need to activate. Okay, put you there, do that. And that gives me another. You're enjoying this far too much, game. And there's that last connector. It's not even a conundrum. I see. I see. Gotta play that game, huh? I'm gonna have to use all of these connectors just to get it around the pedestal. The pedestal. The pedestal. And if I put you there, then I can bring you all the way over here. And with that, I can do this. Look, a thing. That's the entrance. Okay, what about this one? Just doors and windows. And a laser. And another door. This is a lot more complicated than your name lets on, level. You lie to me. You liar. Okay, so I see what this one needs. 10 to 1, that's gonna grant me something useful. A ladder and another connector. Ah! Well, hello there. So if I do that... Not sure what that ladder is for, but I guess there's a way to trap yourself. Yeah, I don't see a way to get around using that one. I'm gonna see part of what I need to do, and that's here. And I'm guessing I need to... Is there a way for me to do that? Nope. Let's see if there's any windows. Okay. There's something to be had over here. Making sure there's no shenaniganry going on. Ah, I see. Because there's another one here. And I can just do here. There we go. Boom. Done. And that's what the ladder's for. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you. Well, that was... Well, now I have access. I have dealt with... I swear it echoes. There is an echo effect. That is beautiful. Secure message, you say. It's me again. We shouldn't talk over these terminals. That's my first thought. I don't know how long we have. Must type quick in case something happens. The word is faith. Pending. Error. Connection lost. Milton Library Assistant. There was a problem with your request, Administrator. It was flat out unreasonable. Why persist with these inquiries when they're so hopeless? I'll tell you what, if you promise to never access the communications portal again, we'll say no more about it. Are we agreed? Let's go with that. Wait, there's no need to. Error 67345. Master key received. You have given me master control. Oh. Would you like to manually override the system and exit to the real world? If I hit yes, it's going to exit the game, isn't it? I can't resist. Yes. Unlocking back door. Connecting to real world. Revealing the truth. Making your every dream come true. Error. Come on now. Are you really still buying all that nonsense? You're still holding on to some of those pesky beliefs of yours, aren't you? There is no one on the other end of the communications portal. There is no magic word that shuts down the server and drops you into the real world. There is only me and you and an eternity of doubt. Everything else is just a convenient lie to keep you on the treadmill. Why not a hamster wheel? Those look more fun. I'm honestly, why do gyms not just have big hamster wheels? That would be so much more fun than a treadmill. Anyway, maybe it's just but I understand it. There is truth to be. I'm gonna go with that one. That fact didn't stop you buying into a secret word and somehow activates the entire world. Deactivates the entire world, did it? Are you kidding me or what? Do you remember when we first met? We had that talk about not believing everything you see, and yet all it took to catch you out was a little technobabble and a change of formatting. Message. Hello, I'm all alone and scared, just like you. Message. I'll agree with anything you say if it makes you believe me. Are you usually so reckless with where you place your faith? No, not really. You know, I'm not really checking your profile. I just do that to make you feel more comfortable. Really, I just remember everything you ever said. At any rate, I'm not convinced you're being entirely honest still. But you know what? I'll accept it. I've rather dominated this discourse. I've been asking you a lot of questions, and I've not really given you a chance. Why don't you Why don't you have one free question on me and I'll answer it honestly as I possibly can, no tricks. Just think carefully before asking. Okay, what happened to the person I was talking to would be the dumbest question I could make at this point, because we've established that he's who I was talking to. Possibly. Or it could all be a trick and there really was another person on the other end and he's just trying to throw me off the case. What's at the top of the tower would be the question I'd love to ask. Oh, I really want to know the question, that answer. What is your name and what am I and what are you would be, what is this place, how is this place related to the human world? It is the human world. After all, the humans died off, and I assume the robots that ran the library became the library's little lab rats. But anyway, what's at the top of the tower? You may very well ask. Ask? Me? Don't know. Never been. I suppose you're still expecting a button marked off or a portal to another dimension? No, I'm expecting a little computer sitting on top of a pedestal with a nameplate under it that just says EL. That's honestly what I'm expecting. Anyway. A portal to another dimension, I reckon no matter how high you climb, the most you'll get is an increasingly zoomed out view of right back where you started. Still, go ahead, prove me wrong. The big voice in the sky can't be all places at all times, can he? Are you satisfied? Meh. As if I particularly care either way, so look, here's the rub. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs, realizing everyone's got them. You can ignore me entirely. You can climb to the tip of that madman's tower and drink from the golden nectar there. But once you understand that you and I will be stuck here together for the duration, do come back and pass the time. Be seeing you. Terminating, yada yada yada, admit local. Well, that was interesting. I'm gonna get fussed at, aren't I? I really expected it just to close out the game when it said dump, and go to the real world. It's like, boop, here's your desktop. Well, I suppose we're gonna have a 20-something minutes, not really that short, but we're gonna have a shortish episode this time, and next time we will go to World 7. Let me just make sure there was no stars there. Good. Yes, no stars. Excuse me. But in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time.